Welcome back. Let us stop guessing. Let us do the math. You have worked hard. You have saved a significant amount of money. Now you stand at the edge of retirement with $500,000 in your account. The single biggest question you face is a simple but profound one. Will it be enough? Many people approach this question with hope, with fear, or with simple guesswork. They hear stories from friends or read headlines that create confusion. But retirement planning is not a game of chance. It is a game of numbers. We can replace the myths with clear calculations. We can build a plan based on evidence, not emotion. This discussion is designed to do just that. Today, we will stop wondering and start understanding. The goal is to give you the tools to see how your $500,000 can support you. We will break down the true mathematics behind a sustainable retirement income. The most important decision you will make at the start of retirement is your withdrawal rate. This is simply the percentage of your total savings that you plan to take out in your first year. This percentage then typically adjusts for inflation each following year. It seems like a small number, but it is the engine that drives your entire retirement plan. Let us look at the two most discussed withdrawal rates, 3%, 4%. The difference between them is just 1 percentage point, but over a retirement that could last 30 years or more, that small difference becomes enormous. It is the difference between a high degree of confidence and a plan that carries significantly more risk. First, let us examine the 4% rule. This has been a popular guideline for decades. It is based on historical studies showing that a 4% initial withdrawal, adjusted for inflation annually, has often been successful over a 30-year period. With a $500,000 nest egg, a 4% withdrawal rate means you would take out $20,000 in your first year. In the second year, if inflation was 2%, you would take out $20,400. The 4% rule is attractive because it provides a higher income. However, it was developed during a period of higher expected investment returns. In today's market, many financial experts believe it may be too aggressive, leaving less room for error if markets perform poorly. Now, consider the 3% rule. This is a more conservative approach. Applying a 3% withdrawal rate to your $500,000 portfolio means you would take out just $15,000 in your first year. This lower spending level may seem restrictive, but its power lies in the safety it creates. By taking out less money, you leave a larger portion of your portfolio invested. Now, let us translate these percentages into real-world timelines. How long can you expect your $500,000 to last at various spending levels? It is important to remember that these are simplified examples. Real-life results will depend on your specific investment returns and the rate of inflation. However, looking at these cases helps to illustrate the powerful impact of your spending decisions. We will examine 3 distinct scenarios to show you the range of possible outcomes. Each case assumes your remaining investments are earning some return over time, which is essential for making the money last. Let's start with the most conservative path. Case 1. Withdrawing $15,000 per year. This is the 3% rule we just discussed. If you can live on $15,000 a year from your portfolio, plus any other income like Social Security, your financial future looks very bright. By withdrawing such a small amount, you give your investments the best possible chance to grow. In many historical scenarios, a portfolio with this low withdrawal rate not only lasts for a lifetime, but may even grow in value over time. With reasonably steady investment returns that outpace inflation, your $500,000 could easily last 30 to 40 years, and potentially much longer. This approach builds a tremendous safety margin for unexpected expenses or prolonged market slumps. Case 2. Withdrawing $20,000 per year. This takes us to the 4% rule. Taking out $20,000 a year provides a noticeable increase in your annual lifestyle budget. For many people, this level of spending is the goal. Under average market conditions, your $500,000 can still last a long time, often for 25 to 35 years. However, the margin for error shrinks considerably compared to the 3% rule. If you happen to retire right before a major market downturn, a 4% withdrawal rate becomes much riskier. you would be selling more of your assets at low prices, which can permanently impair the longevity of your portfolio. Case 3. Withdrawing $25,000 per year. This represents a 5% withdrawal rate. One of the most misunderstood but critical risks in retirement is the sequence of returns. Most retirement calculators use an average rate of return like 6% or 7% per year. This is misleading. In the real world, you do not get a smooth average return every year. Some years are great. Some years are terrible. Some years are flat. The order in which you experience these returns matters immensely, especially when you are withdrawing money. This is the essence of sequence of returns risk. Poor returns in the first few years of retirement can do far more damage than poor returns later on. Here is a simple example to make this clear. Imagine two retirees, Anna and Ben. Both start with $500,000. Both withdraw $20,000 a year. Over their first 10 years, both have the same average return. Anna retires at the beginning of a bull market, plus 15%, plus 20%, plus 10%. Ben retires before a bear market, minus 15%, minus 20%, minus 10%. Even if Ben gets strong returns later, the damage is already done. Why does this happen? Anna withdraws $20,000 while her portfolio is growing. The withdrawal comes from a larger, healthier base. Her portfolio can recover and compound from a high point. Ben is the opposite. He withdraws $20,000 from a shrinking portfolio. He must sell more shares at low prices to get cash. That permanently reduces his share count and hobbles recovery. Even with later gains, Ben may never catch up. The first 5 to 10 years are the risk zone. You cannot control what the market will do, but you can build a plan to protect yourself from this hidden danger. This is where strategic planning becomes essential. You cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Sequence of returns risk is a major threat, so building a plan to manage market volatility is not optional. It's a core part of a successful retirement. The main goal is simple. Avoid selling growth investments like stocks when prices are down. Selling at a loss to pay living expenses locks in those losses. That makes it much harder for your portfolio to recover. A solid plan gives you other options and lets you wait for a rebound. That turns a temporary drop into a manageable event, not a catastrophe. Be flexible with your spending. You don't need severe austerity, just a plan to trim expenses temporarily after a big decline. Example: a $500,000 portfolio drops to $420,000. You might postpone a major vacation, or delay a large purchase for a year or two. Small, temporary reductions can have a huge positive impact. They reduce withdrawals and give the portfolio time to heal. This beats a rigid plan that forces the same inflation-adjusted withdrawals. Another tool: non-portfolio income sources. The bucket strategy is a popular and intuitive way to implement your plan for market volatility. It helps you visualize and organize your money by when you'll need it. Instead of one giant pile of money, divide your $500,000 into different buckets, each with a specific purpose and time horizon. 3 simple icons showing the 3 buckets: cash, 1-3 years; bonds, 3-10 years; stocks, 10+ years. This structure makes it easier to manage risk and ensures safe money for immediate needs, while long-term money is positioned for growth. Most common: 3 distinct buckets: short-term, medium-term, long-term. First, cash bucket. Primary defense against sequence of returns risk. Hold 1 to 3 years living expenses in the safest assets. Cash, high-yield savings accounts, very short-term bond funds. Example: withdrawing $20,000 a year. Hold $20,000 to $60,000. In a bad market year, do not sell stocks. Pay bills from the cash bucket instead. We have walked through the numbers. We have explored the risks. We have outlined the strategies. The journey to a secure retirement with a $500,000 nest egg is not about finding a secret formula or guessing about the future. It is about understanding a few core principles and applying them with discipline. The math is the foundation. It shows you what is possible. It highlights the critical importance of your withdrawal rate. A 3% withdrawal rate offers a high degree of safety, while a 4% rate offers more income, but with less margin for error. Anything higher, like 5%, enters a danger zone that requires careful management and backup plans. The math also reveals the hidden dangers, like sequence of returns risk. You now know that it is not just your average return that matters, but the order in which you receive those returns. A string of bad years at the start of your retirement can cause irreversible damage if you are not prepared. This is why planning for volatility is not an advanced topic. It is a fundamental requirement. Retirement isn't magic. It's math plus behavior.